Welcome back. All right, so we are now at the bridge of the tune. We've sort of covered the A sections, and in the last video I showed you some alternate phrasing. That's going to lead us to the bridge. And in one of the early videos here in this lesson series, I explained to you how there are what I call three different progressions, three different two-chord progressions. So we're going to chunk the bridge down. I'm going to show you in this video bars 1 through 4, and so it's basically only dealing with the part that goes ba 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 ba. So that's the G flat major 7 chord to the B7. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to attack the arrangement. Or to play the arrangement. Don't attack my arrangement. Here we go. Now, I like to do this with my thumb over the top of the neck, because I really only need it for a short time, so I do. Because I'm going to need my third and second finger. I can understand, though, if that's uncomfortable for you, you're perfectly welcome to do your first finger here, third finger, second, and the top is the open string. Okay. Now, usually where the A section, the way it leaves me playing-wise, I usually just roll up the chord. Okay. So let me play just the end of an A section for you so you can hear the way that I roll into that. Okay. So we've got like. So you see ring. Okay. Now what I immediately do after rolling is I get the boom, boom, the fifth of the chord, and I add just a little harmony note here. And then I slide up. So we're not really changing the chord. I'm just doing a little bit of filler. And then, so it starts looking like I'm then playing a C chord at the 7th fret. We're going to go for the melody. So let me do this slowly. That's going to be the beginning of a triplet as well. Bang, 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 bang. So. Now what happens, there's a couple of variations. I do it like this. And this is again, with the idea of melodies being on crossed strings, because that's a very pretty sound. So I'll go. Leave the first finger down and I rearrange the second and third finger, leaving the first finger down. And what's cool is this is then the fifth of the chord, so we're getting boom, 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 boom. Lots of roots and fifths. Okay. Then slide this 2 finger. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm at the 7th fret. So I've got this thing that's kind of a non-chord. It's not really a chord. Then leave the 2nd and 3rd finger where they are. Slide it down so you're at the 6th and 5th fret. And now we've got B in the bass here. That's going to be the beginning of the B7. And then so we're going to switch the 3rd finger over to the A string. And then put the bar down. So we get a B7 chord. Let me play that all together for you. 1, 2, ready, and... like separating the notes. And then you get extra credit if you can do this move. It's pretty tricky, but watch this. Once you've got the B7 chord, if you can go with the pinky, that's actually a little counter melody that's from the original recording. It's played on the piano. You don't want to disturb that ringing note. You can even get it with your thumb if you want. That's like ultra advanced. That's shooting for the moon. All you need is the melody. Okay, but I promised you a second way of doing this, which I think sounds really good. And I could see myself switching the way I do it live to this. Same thing here, or if you do it like this, see? Just let go of 3 and 2, do that. So, now watch. Come down with the 3rd and 4th finger to the 4th and to the 4th fret. Okay, and now here's a nice move. Instead of just hitting a bar chord, even bring these 2 fingers still down. I'm on the 5th and 2nd string. And you can slide into that B7 melody. But now you've got more bar chords to deal with if you do it this way. Okay, so. And you know, that's really pretty nice. And the advantage of that way is the B string rings nice and clear. Okay, now there's a third way you can do it, which is just a spin off of that. This whole thing, just to do a simple bar chord and not do this 3/4. Okay, so these 3 variations are going to kind of play out in the next phrases also. So let's just recap. I'm going to play all 3 variations for you. Feel free to experiment with whatever feels best for you. Okay, so this is kind of the original way that I do. And I'm going to pay particular attention to really trying to nail the rhythms of those triplets as well for you. The bam, boom, boom, shum, bam, 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 bam. It's a little tricky for me. Okay, so here we go. A 1, a 2, y'all know what to do. First way. Bonked a couple extra strings there. Let me do that one more time. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, that was a little bit better. Now I'm going to do it with this thing for you. Okay, 1, 2, y'all know what to do, and. I'm really liking that way, okay? And now I'm going to do the same thing, but without this slide, in case you just want to go right into a bar chord. Ready? 1, 2, now I know what to do. Now that way is correct, but this has more juice. You see, it has more melodic juice. And so anything with sliding, hammering, squeezing something special out of the melody will always help bring your solo arrangements to life. Okay, so that's bars 1 through 4 of the bridge. Let's go to the next video where I'll show you progression number 2, bars 5 through 8. All right. All right. Welcome back. Right now, we're at the bridge of the song. This is going to be bars 5 through 8. This is the second of those funny progressions that I showed you. And this progression is going to be the F sharp minor 7, or minor 9, I should say. Bum, 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 bo to D7. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what I've uncovered just a few hours ago, which I think is probably how I'm going to start playing. And again, I'm going to show you 2 or 3 different ways to do this. But I'm seriously restructuring how I play this one. And I think I'm going to toss out my original fingering, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, just so you can decide for yourself. Okay. Again, you know, one thing I may not have stressed in the last video, because I'm doing this more like teaching a tune rather than teaching an arrangement. We just want as much as possible that bass. Okay, just don't forget about that. Okay, so I like to start with the hammer. And I'm just moving the pinky up and down for that melody. So let me do that slow. And then here, I'm doing the same thing we did on the B7. I'm playing 3rd finger, and sliding up into a D7 chord. Okay. Now, the one disadvantage of this is you're holding bars. You're holding bar chords the whole time. So there's a little something that we can do to give a little bit of left hand relief. Watch this. After we do the 5th, instead of going back down to the low F sharp, like that, we can change the chord, go up to a higher one, and do a smaller bar. See that? So we're switching. And that, you know, just to go from a full to a smaller one will give the hand a little bit of adjustment time and get it out of position and get the blood flowing. So that would look like this. Okay? That makes it a little easier. And there's a little bit of a break in the music, but I like that. Now I'm going to show you what I used to do. And honestly, one of the reasons that I'm not doing this, it's not that it's hard for the left hand, it's that I had trouble really nailing that triplet rhythm with this. But I'll show it to you anyway. I would go... And then I shifted up to the 4th fret, and then I would play these 2 notes, and I would go. I was hoping to get some cross string. But you know, it just doesn't feel as good as doing it all on one string. So if you say to me, Adam, now you've shown me 3 ways, which way should I do it? I would do it this way, where I go up to that. That's what I would recommend to you first. Mess with that variation, and you can play around with the other 2 if you want, but that's probably going to be the easiest one for you. I'll play that one again, okay? So here we go. Ready? And... I can sink into the rhythm with my middle finger just scooping on that same string a lot better. Alrighty, so let's do the whole bridge up to there. Okay? This will be what I showed you in the last lesson, and what I've shown you in this one so far. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so let's go on to the next video where I'm going to show you the third of these funny little progressions, and it's the third phrase of the bridge. All right, let's move on. All righty, welcome back. So now we are at the bridge. We're on that third kind of jazzy progression from the progressions that I've shown you. And this is going to revolve around the chord changes G minor 9, blah, 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 to E flat. Okay, and you know, we could do just a fret up of what we did in the last video. I'm just running through it with this slide. This thing, right? That's a fret up from what I just showed you. But, you know, we've got some open strings that are possible on the E flat 7 chord. So instead of, look here, we've got the open 4th and 1st string. And so very often I will do something involving these two notes because I can get everything to ring. And sometimes I'll use my thumb there, sometimes I'll use the index. So something along the lines of... See that? Okay. And there's another possibility, if you want something a little simpler, I was just kind of fooling around off camera, the obvious. Just like a D7 shape. I probably would do that with my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger. I've hardly played around with that. That is not a bad solution. You got some open strings, and it's easy. That's the main thing. I could see myself going to that. But right now I'm doing this. Okay. Now coming out of that, we're going to do, you're going to put your first finger down here. See how I rolled the chord? I got these 2 fingers down on the 6th and 8th fret. Rolling over here on the right hand with the open 5th string. So that's still part of your E flat 7 chord. Don't worry about that too much. So one more time. 1, 2, ready, and. Going to be ending there. That's going to be the beginning of the next video. Alrighty, let's keep going. Let's end the bridge in the next video. It's going to be bars 13 through 16. All right. Alrighty, welcome back. So we are now at the bridge, the last 4 bars of the bridge. And we've done these 3 very jazzy progressions, and I've shown you a couple different ways to play the melody. Let me just recap. Blah, ba, da, 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 da. That's the first one. Da, F sharp minor 7, ba, 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 D7. Now in the last video, we just did G minor 9, ba, 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 E flat. I showed you all the possibilities. So now we come to the section that, in my mind, as shorthand, I call it 3-6-2-5, because the chords are basically A minor, D minor, G, C. Hope you're following. Bum, ba, ram, bum, bum, A minor, now it's a D7, bum, G minor, 7, and then C7, bang, and then we're at the next A section. So this is kind of like a scale-like melody, ba, bo, 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 be, with a funny note right there, ba, ba, bo, 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 bo. And I've done something with the fingering on the guitar to make it like a cross string thing, and it has a nice ring to it. Again, more of an interesting ring than the typical scale up a guitar. Okay, so let me show you what I do. We're going to start with an A minor chord, barring at the 5th fret. And then you just want to pluck in such a way that you can hear that melody. Now, over on the right hand, I want you to orient yourself so your 3 AMI fingers are on the top 3 strings, because this will make it easier. And I've got my 1st and 3rd finger ready here on the 2nd and 3rd string at the 5th and 7th fret. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. Open 2nd string, 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string. Let's just get that much. See if you can tell where those notes are. Ready? Let's do it again. Ready? 2, 3, and. Okay. So. And now I'm going to keep going. Add the pinky on the 8th fret, 2nd string. And then you're going to grab with sort of a hinge bar. Watch what we're going to do. You're going to have your 2nd and 3rd finger on the 5th and 3rd string. Now this is the D, the very jazzy D7 chord. It's the flat 9 and a sharp 11, but don't let that freak you out. And we're going to go. So watch, I'm doing melody, bass, bass, then 2 notes together, and then we're going to walk down. Before I go any further, let's look at the rhythm. This is going to be all triplets. So, chicka-dink, 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 bum, 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 bang, gong, gong, gong. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just play it at this tempo so you can hear it go by. 1, chicka, 2, chicka, y'all know what to do. M. Okay, so we do boom, boom, boom. Then we're going to walk down to a G minor chord. Same shape that we had up here, just 2 frets down. Let me do this a little slower for you. Bang, chick, gong, gong, chick, gong, gong, chick, and. And I'll show you what that is. Now that's kind of cool. We're just going to use the same shape once we get to the G minor to have your fingers ready again. It's going to be the same cross string scale walk up, only we put a new deeper note down in front. 13th fret harmonic then. See? And then the same chord that we did over here, just down here. Now the rhythm differs slightly. After the G7 chord, I do it as 8th notes. So let's just listen to the rhythm for a sec. 1, chicka, 2, chicka, bang. Here's the first one. Jam, bom, bom, triplet, bang, bang. Now listen. Blink, baga, daga, do, bang, bang. Chip, chip, bam, boom, boom. Okay? One more time. So the first one is triplets, but the second one is 8th notes. And that's just how I do it. You can change it up. But it's very good the more precise you can get with this. Okay, so here we go. 1, I'm going to sing it again. Ready. and zing, bong, 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 bong. Eights, bing, bo, bo, do, go, do, dang, bang, chip, chip, bam, bum, bum. Now I'm going to play it for you one time, okay? Chicka, two, ready, and down. So now, let's keep moving. Let's go to the next lesson. I'm going to show you the last A section of the form because the melody is a little bit different than the other A sections. All right. All right, welcome back. In this lesson, I'm going to show you what I do on the final A section of the tune. Remember, we haven't gotten to the shout chorus yet. This is the third A section that we encounter. One of the things that I like to do on this section, and this is optional, so the first thing is optional, is I play around with the harmony. Instead of just going bum, 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 bam, bum, 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 I throw in that thing that I told you about way back in one of the early videos here in this series with the chord changes that I will call 1, 4, 3, 6. So it's going to be like a okay, I'm going to explain everything and then okay, so let me just show you what that is. I'm going to show you the chord shapes. This is our F major 9, right? But as soon as we go, it's sort of like I'm envisioning this. This is a B flat 7 chord, but it looks like an A7 chord. So I'm leaving the pinky down and just putting that first finger down. Okay? Next, I sort of do a hinge bar at the 3rd fret. And put those 2 fingers down. Okay. And then just move the 2nd and 3rd finger down, and you can grab that note. Or whichever bass note you prefer. So okay. Then this is regular. Let me do that one more time, nice and slow for you, just so you can see it. Oh, 1, 2, ready, and. Then we're home free. Now, this is going to be different. This is totally different because the melody goes, when she passes, so let me show you what we're going to have to do here. I play a G minor 9 chord like this, so a bar chord. Now, let's break it down. Let's just do melody first. Here's how I want you to do the melody. Open, 3rd string, 7th fret. Then you're going to have to jump 3rd finger, 10th fret, and slide down. Okay. Oops. Like that, because of what we're going to be getting into. Then you're going to do 2nd and 4th finger. So you're grabbing a little chord tone there. Melody is. And then this guy's going to go down here. I don't know if you can see that in the left-hand camera. Let me double check. So I've got my 2nd and 3rd finger in the 8th fret and my pinky in the 9th fret. So this is a pretty complicated little thing. Watch. And then switching on the 3rd string. And then that voice resolves down there. Now, there's extra credit if you can grab this next thing. Really, just the melody is fine, but I like to do this. I go. See what I'm doing here with my third finger? 10th fret. It's the 5th of the chord. I'm going. And then I grab this with my thumb. Actually, I grab it after. Like that. And I'm just playing around. Now that I've fretted these notes, I can throw in a little second string. Alrighty, so now I'm going to play this last little phrase for you in time. And I want you to know I'm going to stick a chord on the end. It looks like a bottom part of a B7 chord. It's actually a C7 chord. And then I'm going to put my first finger down there. So when the phrase is done, it's gonna end with that. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. See? Okay. So now I'm going to play the entire last A section for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. So now, what happens at this point in the tune is we're going to go back for another go-round. But the first two A sections are going to be like what I call a shout chorus. Okay, let's keep going. All right, welcome back. We are on the shout chorus of the tune, and if you've gotten this far, you're pretty much home free. Because this is the same chords that we just learned, the 1, 4, 3, 6, but the inspiration of the phrasing is from the piano solo by Antonio Carlos Jobim on the record, where he does some block chords. So I just basically did what we've already heard and arranged a couple of different rhythms. So let me play it one time for you. And if you can listen to the original recording, you'll understand this much better. He kind of quotes the melody, but then it turns into this. Okay, so this is going to be, instead of tall and tan and young, and this is going to be a little bit of a different rhythmic thing. Okay, and you'll see I'm going to go into some slightly different chordal stuff after that. Anyway, here goes. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Again, second A. Bridge. So now I'm going to do it slowly for you. I just wanted you to hear the music. It's kind of a funny rhythm. It goes 1, 2, 3. I'm going to sing it slow. 1, 2, 3. Bump, go bump, bump, oh bang, jump, bam, 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 go bump, bang, to bang, bang, bang. Okay, let's get that much so far. I'm doing this. Same shapes from the last video. And now watch, this is a little bit different. So I'm doing a G13 with full bass notes and then switching to a D flat 7 sharp 9 chord. So That's like the good old Purple Haze chord, just with your second finger in the 4th fret. I do a walk down with these chord shapes. You don't have to use your thumb. I'm playing. Okay. That's what I'm doing. Main thing is the rhythm. I like doing it like that because I'm going to need to hammer my pinky on. Okay, here we go. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Okay. Then after this point, I kind of fill it up with my own little harmony stuff. Instead of going ba 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 ba, I do like an A minor 7 shape, but it's B flat minor 7, and then 3 6 2 5. Okay. Listen one more time to the rhythms. Here we go. 1 2 1 2 ready and. Over here, it's like it's a C sus chord. What can I call it? Okay. Now, the second time I do it, I do a little something different. A little something different when we get to that chord. So here we go. Second time now. 1 2 1 2 ready and. At that point, we're already going to go to the bridge and we're going to end the tune. Okay? So this only occupies that first section of the 2 A's. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to play both of them together just so you can get the sound in your ear a little bit better. And after that, we're going to go to the next video where I'm going to show you, I believe the next video is going to be the ending. Okay, so here we go. One more time. Both A sections from the shout. Here we go. A little bit slower. 1 2 1 2 ready. Okay, super. Let's go on to the next video. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how I end The Girl from Ipanema with my arrangement. And basically, we've covered all the material now. We've covered a lot of ground. So let's just get right into it. As you'll recall, the final A section has this thing. So we're going to repeat, but she doesn't see. We're going to repeat that 3 times. But let me just give you a sense of what I'm doing here, just for bum, 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 bum. So watch this. Grab the 5th fret and the 7th, grab the 7th fret and the 9th fret here, and I'm going, buzzed. You can do it like that. Now that's sort of revolving around an F major 7. Right? Now watch what I do. Leave the pinky down. So now it's sort of like we've got this almost like a little C7 shape where we're all doing alternating bass. Okay. And here's the tricky thing. I play it a little different each time. So, but she doesn't see. So what I'd like you to do is just mess around. Let me show you, let me do it in time for you. I'm going to just loop it so that you can watch it go by. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, but she doesn't see. But she doesn't. Okay, so I repeat that 3 times when we're coming out of the tune, okay? That's new information number 1. And then the very ending of the tune, let me show you what I do. I grab a harmonic at the 13th fret. Don't worry, this is all going to come together and make sense when you hear me play it straight through. And sometimes even an 8th fret harmonic. Okay, and then watch this. 3rd fret, open 3rd string, and then the pinky on the 5th fret. So I'm going to the 2nd finger, and then slide that up. But she doesn't see. That's the final melody. Now watch what I do. I'm playing so this is like an E chord surrounded by these 2 more dissonant sounding open strings. So, but she doesn't see. So I try to go up and down on the notes. Next, last chord of the piece, I bar the top 4 strings at the 5th fret, put the pinky, and I do a sort of a Tommy Emmanuel kind of arpeggio. So watch what I do over here on the right hand. Those are the bass strings, A, I, M, A. Now watch. I'm placing my index finger on the 20th fret. So, and then I go. So I'm playing the E string harmonic, then with my A finger, the G string. When I get to the D string, I'm coming over to the 17th fret. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing it, it's a much clearer sound were I to be wearing a thumb pick. I'm just going to put a thumb pick on and do a demo for you. You can, if I'm playing a note here at the 8th fret, I can go up exactly 12 frets and put my first finger over the fret. And then with my thumb behind the hand, you can't really see this, I'm plucking. So it's like there's a harmonic and I'm plucking it back here with my thumb. And if you get it the wrong fret, it won't ring right. Okay, so you'll have to work on that, and I'll have to work on that too. I always got to clean that up. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play you the whole last section from when she passes but she doesn't see, and that way you can hear me do the repeats and segue into this ending. Okay, so this is from the last A. 1, 2, ready, end. How about the whole last A section, straight on through till the end, just so you can hear the whole thing hang together? Okay. 1, 2, ready, and. And there you have it. That's Girl from Ipanema. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. We're not done yet. I'm going to do one more video, just super quick, to just go over the form one more time in case it was not clear for you, and to give you the final farewell. So go watch the last video. All right. Alrighty, congratulations for making it through this very intense guitar lesson. We covered a lot of ground. I showed you some harmony stuff. I showed you some uncommon technical stuff that I'm getting into. And I offered a lot of alternate fingerings because I tend to grab things for musical reasons that other people, it might be uncomfortable if you don't have all the same kind of thoughts going on. So anyway, let's just talk down the musical form real quick, okay? First, intro. I showed you the intro. I'm going to play, even if I make mistakes, I'm just going to keep going, all right? Intro. I showed you this. First A. Now there's going to be a different phrasing. When she walks, it's like a samba. Bridge. Second progression. Third progression. With the open. Now. Alternate harmony. Shout chorus. Here we go, next chorus. the shout. Little variation. Bridge. Here we go. Last A. Second time. Third time. Alrighty, so there you have it. This is definitely going to be some work. Please go easy on your hands. Go easy on the practice. Take lots of breaks. Rather than push harder, try to think smarter. Say, hey, how can I keep the flow? How can I keep the groove and make it easier if there's something that you can't quite grab? And have fun. Have fun with it. Alrighty, God bless. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here on Study with Adam. I look forward to your uploads of any tunes, and I look forward to hearing from you and getting your feedback on this lesson. Thanks so much. Take care.